Hello and welcome. I hope you're having a good day. Recently, we spoke about finding ordered pairs in a separate video, but I did not talk about the type of problems that you may see where you need that information. And we're going to do that now. We have three problems up here on the board. The first one says Sam plotted the three vertices of a triangle. Two of the vertices are below. Also, in a separate video, we talked about how vertices are a common endpoint of two or more rays or line segments. All right, and we have two vertices right here. The question is, which of these could be all three vertices? Okay, the reason we need to know how to find ordered pairs is because we can't answer this question without that information. So let's look at this first dot here. We talked about in finding ordered pairs, what we're going to do first is move right or left. So we move over 5 and we move up 2. So the ordered pair for this dot is 5, 2. All right. And then for the next dot, we start from the origin. We go over 2 and up 3. So the ordered pair for this dot is 2, 3. All right. Now, so moving on to the question, we need to find which one of these, one or more, have these ordered pairs in it. All right, so no 5, 2 in A, so that's incorrect. No 5, 2 in B. We do have a 5, 2 in C and a 2, 3. All right, so C could be correct. And we also have a 5, 2 and a 2, 3 in D, so that could be correct. All right. So if we were to chart these or to draw these triangles, then the first one, C, we would need to add 2, 1. We go over 2, up 1. There we go. This would be the triangle. There. And there. All right. If we were to draw the triangle for D, then we would need to add 4, 5. So we would go over 4 and up 5. There we go. And that would be the triangle. Okay, so those are the two triangles that Sam would have plotted with these vertices here. Okay, moving on to number 2. In this one here, I don't actually have a question. What I just wanted to point out is that sometimes the question will give you a formula inside the question. Okay, and now we have these dots here, and sometimes I know we see a lot of dots and we freak out because there's just so many up there, but the truth is you really need to be able to find the order pair for just one of those. And when you do that, you can find out what is being told, the story being told, because all of the dots are telling the same story. So let's look at this one here and chart that order, or find that ordered pair. So that would be 6, it's right between 4 and 8, and 200. So this ordered pair is 6, 200. Now, like I said, you only have to find one, but we're going to find 2 just to be sure we know what the answer is. Let's find this one here. So that would be 10, 300. So this ordered pair is 10 and 300. Okay, so we've charted or found 2 ordered pairs. Now we can put both of these into the formula and see what the answer to this question is, which value best approximates the event that is taking place. Okay, so we talked previously about how the first number is going to be x and the second number is going to be y. So if I throw that into this formula, y is 200. We don't know what x is, that's what we're finding out, and 6 is x. Okay, when we get here, we're really at a one-step equation, and we've talked previously about how to get this m all by itself, and how we're going to do that here. Since what's happening is multiplication, we're going to divide both sides by 6. Okay, so that's going to give us m by itself over here on this side, and 200 divided by 6 is, let's find out, 33.3. Okay, so m tells us that it is 33.3, and let's do one more for good measure. Okay, again, the first number is x, second number is y. Using the same formula, that would be 300 equals m10. All right, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to divide both sides by 10 to get this m all by itself. Okay, so that's going to leave us m here by itself because those two 10s cancel out. 300 divided by 10 is 30. Okay, now I'm going to point out quickly this word approximates, which means the answer will not be exact, but what is the closest thing we're finding out when we work these equations out. And looking at these answers here, we see that the event that's happening, the value that best approximates each event is 30. All right, now moving on to our last problem here, number 3. Again, I didn't write the situation, but what's happening is an individual is either making phone calls or sending text, and there's a relationship between these two events. What we can actually see is here with the phone calls on the left, when he makes a lot of phone calls, in this case he made 30 phone calls, this bottom line is text, he made less than 10 text messages, okay? So the more phone calls he does, the less text, and the more text he sends out, in this case he sent out 60 texts, and in that same case he made less than 5 calls. So that's the relationship that's happening. And then in this question, instead of giving us a formula in the question, they give us formulas as our answer choices and ask us to find out which equation is actually telling us what's happening here, that the more phone calls he makes, the less text, or the less text equals the more phone calls. Okay, here's the question: which linear equation best describes the relationship between calls made and text messages? So because I need some room, I'm gonna get rid of this question here, okay? And so we have 2 equation choices here. So let's first find an ordered pair, okay, and then stick that into the equation and work it out. Now, when I have a lot of dots like this, what I like to do is find one that is on a horizontal and vertical line, smack dab in the middle. Something like this one here. I know for sure that's 20 and 20, or one like this. I know for sure it's 10 and 25. But one like this here, I don't know if that's 11 or 12, I can't really tell. So I like to stick to getting an ordered pair of a dot that's exactly on a horizontal or vertical line. So with that being said, I have one more right here. Okay, let's use this one. That would be 40 and 10 as my ordered pair. Okay, 40, 10. Okay, I know the first number is X, the second number is Y. I'm going to throw it into this equation here. Okay, if Y is 10, that would mean 10 would go here, equals 1/2 X is 40, okay, plus 30. And what I need to do now is work this out and see if it's telling me the truth, or it's telling a true statement. So this is the answer. 10 is the answer. 1/2 of 40 is 20 plus 30. Well, that equals 50. So this is not telling the truth because 10 is not 50. Okay, so it must be B. Okay, so I have my same ordered pair, 40 and 10. Y is 10, and I'm just going to fill out the rest of the equation. X is 40, okay, plus 30, and now I'm going to work this out to see if that's telling me a true statement, okay? So negative 1/2 40 is negative 20, then plus 30. Well, negative 20 plus 30, this is an addition sign, that actually is 10. All right, so we have found the linear equation that's telling the truth about what's happening here. And that is Y equals negative 1/2 X plus 30. And we found that out by First, picking one dot that we're going to get the ordered pair from, and then putting it into each linear equation and see which one tells a true statement. And again, I could have used this one, I could have used that one, I could have used any of these dots here, found their correct ordered pairs, and B would have come out as a true statement once I put that ordered pair into that formula. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for watching.